Now, from TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, this is EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour golf. Rich Lerner, pleased to be joined here in the booth by my partner, Frank Nobilo. And Frank, so much talk about when you look at this course as a whole, but what are the must-dos when you play a track like this?
Try and keep the ball in the fairway, because Pete Dye, he did a great job of trying to deceive you off the tee. A lot of the times, you think the trouble's on the right when really it's on the left. It's another one too, stock plenty of golf balls, but home of the PGA Tour and always worth a quick 18 holes.
And that will do just fine. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Eesh. Yeah, much needed there to avoid the double at one, but as it is an opening bogey. Now to the second. Frank, what do you make of this hole?
Well, over the years, we've seen more and more people hitting 3-wood off this tee. 3-wood's normally easier to draw, and it doesn't run out down that right side.
That one up the right side. long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
That is starting right. Got to be careful over there. So now, with the drop taken, this is going to be his fourth shot into this par 5. Yeah, easy to come up short on that one, but that's a decent effort. Okay, so a little unsteady here these first couple of holes, and it's back-to-back bogeys to start things out. Next up, the 177-yard par 3 third, the easiest par 3 at TPC Sawgrass, two-tiered greens sloping from back to front. And it is protected by a bunker in front and grass bunkers to the right. Birdie, definitely in the cards here if you hit a good shot off the tee. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close. Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. So that's a par, and maybe that can help steady things a bit after 2 bogeys to start things out. Frank, how would you describe the bunker all along the right here at number 4?
Well, it looks like it never stops. It covers really the entire length of that tee shot down the right side.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
He's left himself 133 yards to the flag. Although the ball is sitting down a little in this rough, he's going to have to come in steep and dig it out.
I know it's the second shot golf course, but what an iron shot. I don't care. That's the first, the last. That's a great shot.
A dead-on look here for birdie. Good firm stroke right there. It's a birdie at the 4th, and it gets him back to +1. 5th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're a long or short hitter. The long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out.
We've already seen some narrow landing areas on these first few holes. Number 5, no different, and that is really a good tee shot there. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That one just going to sneak on by. That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Another shortish par 4, the 393-yard par 4 sixth. Frank, what's the challenge here?
Well, there's 2 bunkers down the left, but that's not really the problem. If you hug that left side, there's palm trees that come into play on that second shot.
And a splash of sand there. Is this ball going to wind up in the bunker off the tee? Anything on the green would be a good result from here as he readies his second out of the sand.
So close. The strike wasn't too bad, just a little off line. And now, greenside bunker coming up.
I imagine he's seen enough of the sand here. Now his third. Another attempt here to get this ball up and out. Okay, not a bad recovery from out of the sand, and a chance, maybe, to limit the damage to one drop shot. Nah, might have stared at that one too long. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut. Well, he was flirting with even par, thinking if he made a birdie, he'd be at level. But came into this hole at 1 over, and with the double, all the way to 3 over par. 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pot bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. The bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee. It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe two. Decent swing. Don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot. A little short, a little left, but inside 10 feet, so even I can't really criticize that.
A straightforward look here for birdie. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. It's a birdie, and back to +2 now for the round. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
Well, you come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
Okay, a little local knowledge there. He gets that ball to work back onto the green, and now a birdie putt coming up. Iona's down there. She's had a good look. This for birdie.
Yeah, and it would be easy to leave this one short because we're going back up that hill with just the slightest bit of movement from left to right.
Oh, no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. We close out the front 9 with the 583-yard par 5, one of the most spectacular par 5s in golf. A lake and a bunker on the right and deep woods on the left. Stay out of that. This hole grows narrower as it unfolds. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. I'm not sure he got every bit of that 3-wood trying to get home to this par 5 in 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. Just 5 feet left. Nope. Okay, so it's a bogey for him here at the 9th. And that will make this a 3/39 on this front side. We start the inward 9 with a 424-yard par 4 dogleg left with trees on the right and a large bunker down the left. So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
130 yards left to the flag. It's a nice round number. Pin back right so he can take an aggressive line.
Getting some sand in the shoes now for a second straight hole. He's in the bunker. Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Oh, boy, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. So that's in for his 5, but it's a bogey here to start off the back 9. Here we are at the 558-yard par 5 11th. It is reachable in 2 with a long and accurate drive, but offers a lot of possibilities, including laying up to ensure a short approach on your third. This started toward the left side. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Frank, how about this third shot to the par 5 11?
Well, coming from the right side, once again, you have to be exact on the distance because that green now is at the wrong angle.
Oh, is that any good? Perfect.
That was tracking pretty well, too. That could have gone in for the same price.
That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Redesigned for the 2017 Players Championship, the 358-yard par 4 12th here at TPC Sawgrass offers a risk-reward proposition. You can try and drive the green, but that water hazard on the left is a consideration. Oof. Now this, an awkward distance for a bunker shot. And that's going to be okay. It's out of the bunker, but not as close as you'd like. This now for birdie at 12.
Well, there's no doubt about it. This one will move from right to left. Not the biggest slope, but has to be considered.
Oh, what a putt right there. The speed was spot on, but it was just a fraction off liner. That would have gone in. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Frank, so much focus on the back nine here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of the screen that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years.
And that one not on the green, but not a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now from off the Bermuda grass, his second at the par 3.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Frank, challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. This would be huge from 30 feet away. Yeah, that's a good putt from there. A little short, but not too bad. Just poor execution. And now 5 over par after another bogey. Such a good stretch of holes coming off that difficult 14th now to the 470-yard par 4 15th. Again, demanding. And this tee shot, you have to be on your game. As simple as that. He's got his game face on now. That's safely into the right portion of the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
He's got 142 yards to the front, 148 to the hole, pinned just on the front edge.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Yeah, can't take those for granted. Good concentration there, and it's in for a birdie. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player, when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5.
And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Oh, that is right, and that may be gone. Oh, and let's hope that's not a precursor of things to come. It is into the lake here at 16. So with a penalty stroke added in, now lying 3, readying for shot number 4. Yep, that one falls, but it is a bogey, and that score will sink a bit further, now to +5 on the round. Well, there's a moment every year, unlike any in golf. At 17, the shot is struck, and for a few nervous seconds, the ball, and oftentimes all your hopes, hanging suspended in midair. Wet or dry, victory or catastrophe. Sometimes it's that simple at 17. Well, he took on the water there, brought it into play, but luckily he's going to live to tell about it. Now a second to this par 3. I think I'd be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, that's all you're looking for here at 17. That is in for par. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
All right, in the fairway. Frank, it's all about focus and positive imagery, isn't it, here on this approach shot at the 18th?
You have to be precise with your target here. You can't be looking left at the water or mounds on the right. Plus, there's all the mounding on the screen. So, in the end, Look at the flag, aim at the flag, go there.
Feet to the hole.
Nope. Okay, so it's a disappointing bogey 5 here at 18. And this will wind up being a 78, 6 shots over par. And that does it for us here at TPC Sawgrass. Great day, Frank.
Yeah, a chance for the players to play one of the golf courses that has become so famous over the last 25 to 30 years.
For my partner Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long from the TPC Sawgrass and EA Sports.